Project Omega Meta, Part 1, The Glitch. There's a silence that only exists in the moments before a catastrophe, too smooth, too perfect, like reality holding its breath. Metropolis was humming that silence. Superman hovered over the skyline, scanning the city with eyes that could see across continents, and ears that could pick up the flutter of a mosquito's wings on Mars. But today, there was nothing. Not even static. Clark? Lois's voice cracked through the comms, light but uneasy. You feel it too, don't you? He didn't answer right away. A ripple passed through the sky, just a shimmer, but it brushed against his skin like the world had blinked and didn't tell anyone. He turned his eyes toward the stratosphere. Something was off. Yeah, he said. Something's wrong. Across the bay, under Gotham's eternal smog curtain, Batman paused mid-punch. The thug dropped like a sack of cement, and Bruce stared up at the sky. He tapped his cowl. Oracle. Triangulate any anomalies from Metropolis to Gotham. Frequency distortion. Gravity flux. Anything. No known seismic or cosmic activity, Oracle answered. But you're not crazy. Something just skipped, like a frame missing from a movie. Batman frowned. I don't like jump cuts in real life. 2 hours later, in the bowels of the Batcave, Superman arrived unannounced with a gust of displaced air. Alfred almost dropped his tray. I'll make tea, then, he muttered and vanished. I felt it too, Superman said, landing beside Bruce. It's not just Earth. I checked, Mars, Titan, even deep space satellites, everything hiccuped. Like someone sneezed inside the simulation, Bruce muttered. They both stared at a monitor. A small blip, almost imperceptible, pulsed in the upper right corner. A pixel that didn't belong. It started here, Bruce said. LexCorp. Experimental Temporal Research. Project Omega Meta. Lex is time-traveling now? No. He was trying to observe alternate timelines. Not travel, just peek. Until the glitch. Meanwhile, in Arkham Asylum, the Joker was humming Bohemian Rhapsody backwards. Tell me, Mr. J, Harley asked, flipping her tarot cards like a Vegas dealer. You ever get the feeling something's off? Like déjà vu in a funhouse mirror? Joker blinked. He was no stranger to madness, he'd practically patented it, but lately, the walls of his world had felt thinner. Things were echoing when they shouldn't. He dreamt of Superman laughing and Batman crying. And worse, he remembered things that hadn't happened yet. That, my dear, Joker whispered, is what we call a quantum tickle. Harley stared. You need therapy. Oh, I am therapy. That night, the sky tore open like cheap paper. It wasn't loud. It wasn't flashy. It was just wrong. The clouds folded the wrong way. Time took a step back, then forward again. And every digital screen on Earth displayed one word. Omega. Superman shot into orbit. Batman launched the Watchtower AI from a backup server. Oracle passed out from caffeine overdose. But it was Joker who understood first. Because while everyone else saw a word, he saw a joke. And he was the punchline. They came together in the only place they could tolerate each other, the Justice League's off-grid bunker in Greenland. No cameras. No press. No egos. Why is he here? Batman hissed as Joker danced into the room in shackles. He requested a meeting, Superman said, almost apologetically. With us? Batman snapped. No, Joker said, grinning. With them. He pointed at nothing. Explain, Batman growled. You're all stuck thinking straight lines, Joker said. You think time is a road. It's not. It's a Mobius strip wrapped around a meatball that's inside a vending machine in a bowling alley. They stared. You're not making sense, Superman said. Oh, but I am, Joker sang. Lex poked a hole in reality. And now, my dear boys, the multiverse is leaking. He stopped spinning and turned deadly serious. You have 24 hours before you don't exist anymore. Where are you getting this? Batman demanded. I remember it, Joker whispered. It's already happened. And just like that, the room dimmed. Not the lights, the actual reality dimmed. Like someone turned the contrast down on existence. Flash burst in, panting. Ah. Guys? I think I ran into myself. But not me. Like, other me. And he was on fire. With wings. And he said something about Omega collapse? Joker clapped. Oh goody, he made it. That means we're still on schedule. Superman looked at Batman. Batman looked at the glitch on the monitor. Flash looked at Joker. Joker looked at the camera that wasn't there and winked. By morning, Gotham had split into two shadows. One bright. One twisted. People flickered, sometimes two versions of the same person would walk past each other. Some would vanish. Others would melt into static. Reality was unraveling like a badly knit sweater. And somewhere, deep in the LexCorp basement, a machine thrummed. It was not active. It wasn't even powered. But it was running. Its screen showed a team. Superman. Batman. Joker. Flash. And someone else, blurry. Out of phase. The machine spoke one word, softly, to itself. Begin. Project Omega Meta, Part 2, The Fracture. The bunker had changed. Not visibly, walls still steel, air still sterile, but something beneath the surface felt off. Superman paced like a caged lion. Batman hadn't blinked in 7 minutes. And Joker? Joker was building a card house made entirely of Justice League member faces. Snap out of it, Batman barked, slapping Joker's deck across the room. Oh Bruce, Joker grinned. Just because the world's ending doesn't mean we can't have fun. Superman spoke, finally. Time's collapsing. Realities are merging. Lex opened the door, but what's on the other side? Joker stopped smiling. I've seen it, he said. In dreams. In fractures. I saw myself die. 100 times. Sometimes you killed me, sometimes I killed you. Once. I was president. Flash zipped in, holding a bucket of ice cream. Quick run to 1947. Had a craving. Batman raised an eyebrow. Don't ask, Flash said. Then the ground vibrated. Not like an earthquake, this was a pulse. Reality hiccuped. Superman grunted. They're accelerating. Who? Flash asked. Not who, Joker said. What? The echoes. Outside, people started to double. One moment you were alone. Next, there was you, and another you, standing beside you. Staring. Smiling. Then glitching out of existence. In Kansas, Martha Kent watched herself water the flowers. In Atlantis, Mera kissed Aquaman goodbye, and then another Mera stabbed the first through the chest. The world was collapsing into its own reflections. "We need to find Lex," Batman said. "He caused this. He can undo it." Superman shook his head. "Lex disappeared 2 days ago. Off-grid." Joker cackled. "Of course he did. He opened Pandora's box, peeked inside, and poof. Went full Schrödinger." "Then we find the box," Batman said. They traveled to the ruins of LexCorp's private research facility, a skyscraper turned skeleton. The sky above it rippled like heat over asphalt. "I'll scout ahead," Superman said. "No," Batman ordered. "We go together. Anything could be unstable." They entered cautiously. Flash vibrated through walls, reporting empty labs and equipment that hummed without power. Joker skipped behind them, humming Twilight Zone. Then they found it. A circular chamber. Steel. Burned. Cracked. In the center, the Omega device. It was pulsing now, each beat sending waves through the air. A console blinked with alien symbols. "This isn't just tech," Batman said. "It's fused with something biological." Superman touched it, and his fingers sparked with raw memory. He saw himself, dead. Then alive. Then old. Then as a child, cradled by Martha. Then falling through a red sun. "Multiversal bleed," Batman muttered. "It's rewriting his timeline." Joker poked the console. "You know, Lex really needs better UX design." Suddenly the room flared white. When vision returned, they were no longer in the facility. They stood on a beach. Red sky. Black sun. The sea boiled silently. And they weren't alone. Across from them stood versions of themselves. Not twisted. Not evil. Just different. Another Superman, one with glowing red armor and empty eyes. A Batman with a gun in each hand and a Joker's grin carved across his cowl. And a Joker who was silent. Just stared. Not smiling. Flash gasped. "I think we're inside the machine." Joker clapped. "Oh lovely. Welcome to the fail-safe reality." The alternate Superman spoke. His voice was cold iron. "You are anomalies. You must be erased." Superman stepped forward. "We're not the threat. Something bigger is coming." "You already brought it," said the alternate Batman. "The moment you entered Omega space, you became vectors." "Vectors for what?" Batman asked. The silent Joker finally spoke. "Collapse. There is no fixing it. Only choosing what to save." Then they attacked. The fight wasn't just physical, it was existential. When Superman hit his alternate, time bent. One punch created craters that rippled through memories. Batman fought his own shadow, blow for blow, move for move. Every strike a question, are you the better version, or just the one that lived? Flash raced himself across collapsing timelines, the echoes of screams from futures that would never happen. And Joker? He danced with himself. A slow, silent waltz. The two of them locked eyes as they spun. "You stopped laughing," the real Joker whispered. "You never started," his echo replied. Then came the light. The Omega device, hidden beneath the sand, activated. The real world called them back and pulled them violently from the simulation. They landed hard, gasping. But something was wrong. Superman's suit flickered. Batman's scars had changed. Joker had a tear running down one cheek, and no idea why. We're bleeding into ourselves, Batman said. Crossing wires. Becoming not us. Suddenly, the console powered up. A message appeared. You have 12 hours. Choose your reality. Project Omega Meta, Part 3, The Choice. The bunker no longer felt like a sanctuary. The walls breathed now. Not metaphorically, literally. They pulsed, inhaling and exhaling, like the building itself was aware they were out of time. Choose your reality, Joker whispered, pacing like a priest before Judgment Day. That's rich. Like picking your own casket lining. Batman stood at the central console, watching as the multiversal stream spun across the screen like a roulette wheel gone mad. Thousands of Earths. Thousands of versions of them. Some peaceful. Some scorched. Some blank. Superman had gone silent. His reflection in the steel floor kept changing. Sometimes he had a beard, sometimes red eyes, sometimes no face at all. Clark, Batman said. Focus. We're not supposed to be here, Superman said quietly. We were never supposed to cross. Flash paced in figure eights, flickering in and out of phase. I think I'm talking in reverse, he blurted. I just said my birth date before my name. Joker sat in the corner, whispering to a rubber duck he didn't have before. This isn't a timeline, Batman said, scrolling through the console. It's a compression. Joker snapped his fingers. Like a zip file. All versions of us packed into one reality. Eventually we'll overlap too much. And then? Superman asked. Joker grinned. Boom. Cosmic smoothie. Suddenly the screen froze. One universe stopped spinning. Earth 0. Their Earth. The only one not breaking apart. The message blinked again. Anchor point detected. Initiate migration? Why Len? No, Batman growled. We're not sacrificing the others to save one Earth. Flash frowned. Wait. What if that's the point? Superman looked at him. Explain. We're not supposed to choose which Earth lives. We're supposed to merge them. Create one that can survive the collapse. Joker clapped. Oh, I love fusion episodes. Batman's jaw clenched. Fusion means compromise. Superman nodded. Parts of us will vanish. We'll never be whole again. Joker smirked. Speak for yourselves. I've never been whole. The console lit up again. Stabilization protocol ready. Input primary archetype. What's that mean? Flash asked. It wants a template, Batman said. A foundation reality to build the merge around. They all looked at each other. Then at Joker. He blinked. What? Why me? I'm chaos with teeth. You're the only one who remembers the collapse, Superman said. That makes you the original. I'm not a hero, Joker whispered. I'm barely a person. Batman stepped forward. We need someone who knows the punchline before the setup. Joker's eyes fluttered. I never asked for this. No one did, Batman said. That's why it has to be you. Flash placed a hand on Joker's shoulder. You in? Silence. Then Joker stood, straightened his shirt, and said, Let's rewrite the universe. The device roared to life. The bunker cracked. The sky shattered like glass. Through the windows, thousands of versions of Earth flickered, collided, collapsed. The console blinked furiously. Beginning Omega merge. Joker placed his hand on the control panel. It pulsed with warmth. With memory. With possibility. He saw everything. Every version of himself, mad, broken, noble, dead. He saw Superman as a tyrant. Batman as a martyr. He saw universes made of string, of ink, of thought. And he made a choice. He chose the version of himself who once sat by Harley's hospital bed for 10 straight hours without a word. He chose the Batman who never picked up a gun. He chose the Superman who once cried in a cornfield when his dog died. He chose hope. The room exploded in light. When it cleared, they were back. Metropolis skyline. Clean. Whole. No glitch. No ripple. Joker stood on the roof of the Daily Planet, looking out. Superman landed beside him. "You okay?" he asked. Joker turned. "Define okay the dot. You remember it?" Joker nodded. "Bits. Pieces. Like a dream I told myself not to forget." Superman offered a hand. Joker stared at it. Then shook it. "Let's never do that again," Joker muttered. Flash zipped up. Everything seems stable. Time's behaving. Batman's in Gotham doing damage control. Superman nodded. "We did it." Joker snorted. "You did it. I just pressed the big shiny button." "No," Superman said. "You saw the joke and still chose the punchline." They looked out over the city. The sun rose. Too warm. Too bright. Too real. "Hey, Clark?" Joker said. "Yeah?" "Next time reality breaks, can we at least get a theme song?" Superman smiled. "I'll talk to Flash." And far below, the world spun on. Whole. Quiet. For now. Project Omega Meta, Part 4, The Echo Remains. Night again. Metropolis hummed with life. Neon lights, cab horns, laughter from rooftop bars. The kind of night where no one knew how close they'd come to oblivion. On top of an old broadcast tower, Joker sat alone. Legs dangling off the edge. One hand flipping a coin. The other holding nothing. Batman appeared behind him without a sound. "Still here?" he asked. "Thought I'd wait to see if the stars blink out again," Joker said. "So far, they're behaving." Batman moved beside him, arms folded. "City looks normal." "That's the thing about normal, Batsy. It's just the part of crazy that learned how to dress up." They sat in silence for a moment. Joker finally asked, "Do you feel it?" Batman didn't answer. "The echo," Joker continued. "Like we're standing in the memory of something bigger. Something we're not supposed to recall." Batman nodded. "Every night." "Do you think they remember?" Joker asked. "The other versions? Of us?" "No." Joker smiled. "Good. They wouldn't like this version anyway. Too quiet." A gust of wind blew past them. It smelled like rain. Batman turned to leave. "You did good, Joker." Joker blinked. "Say that again." Slowly. "For the record." Batman gave the faintest smile. "Don't push it." Elsewhere, Superman hovered above Earth. Eyes closed. Listening. Millions of heartbeats. All in rhythm. And underneath, something else. Not a sound. A feeling. Like someone was still watching. "Are you there?" he whispered. Silence. Then, a faint flicker in the clouds. Like a smile forming in thunder. Flash raced through Central City. No urgency. Just speed for the joy of it. But now and then, he'd see the blur. Not his. Someone else's. A version of him with different shoes. A scar on the cheek. Then it'd be gone. He didn't chase it anymore. Some things weren't meant to be caught. Gotham. Rain. Always rain. Batman stood on a rooftop watching the alley where his life cracked in two. He stared at the bricks. And for the first time, he didn't feel alone. Someone stood beside him. A man in a long coat. Wide hat. No face. Just presence. Batman didn't turn. "You remember, don't you?" he asked. The man said nothing. And then vanished. Batman exhaled slowly. Not everything that returned from the void wanted to stay. Joker sat in a diner at 3 a.m., sipping black coffee. The waitress brought pie. He didn't order pie. "On the house," she said. "For the suit." He smiled, unsure why. In the reflection of the window, for just a second, he wasn't alone. Another him. Tired. Smiling. Then gone. He picked up the fork, paused. "Thanks," he whispered. He wasn't sure to whom. Then he took a bite. And far beyond, where time folds like origami and reality hums like an old record player, the Omega device rests. Cold. Silent. But waiting. Because somewhere, someone will ask again. What if? And when they do, the echo will answer. The end. But echoes never truly end.